I invite His Excellency Xanana Gusmão to address the Assembly.
Mr. President, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, it is a great pleasure for me to take part in this Summit of the Future. Last month, Timor-Leste celebrated the 25th anniversary of the popular consultation under the auspices of the United Nations, where our people bravely voted for self-determination and freedom. The independence of Timor-Leste was an achievement of the Timorese people, but also a triumph of the international system. It demonstrated that, with commitment, international cooperation can achieve agreed goals and tackle the challenges and opportunities of its time. And if today Timor-Leste is a stable, peaceful democracy in transition to development, it is due not only to the constant support of the international community, but also to national efforts of reconciliation and dialogue for peace to secure a peaceful future. We know that without peace, there are no conditions for development. This is why investing in our youth through education, social skills, and responsible citizenship is an investment in sustainable development and lasting peace. Your Excellencies, peace is an abstract concept for many nations. Western Sahara has been waiting for its referendum since 1992. It has been waiting for 32 years. International law has yet to reach this last colony in Africa, ignored and forgotten. The international community has yet to find multilateral solutions for a future of peace for many nations around the world, from Palestine to Ukraine, from Yemen to Sudan, from the Central African Republic, where peacekeeping forces are there for almost 3 decades, to many other fragile and conflict-ridden countries. We all know that the United Nations was created after World War II for the preservation of global peace, human rights, and international development. However, we now live in an age of disorder, uncertainty, instability, and conflict. We face increasingly complex challenges, including the climate crisis, extreme inequality, and rising geopolitical tensions. The least developed countries, LDCs, and the small island development states, SEADs, wait patiently for more flexible, inclusive, and responsible solutions. The means and financing to achieve the SDGs are scarce. They are insufficient to combat extreme poverty, food insecurity, humanitarian crisis and climate change, biodiversity loss, and environmental degradation, which threaten the existence of some island states, particularly in the Pacific. Those who have contributed the least to global crises are the ones who suffer first, suffer most, and often suffer in isolation. They are victims of self-interested international actors and policies that value profit and power more than human dignity. As crises intensify, more and more people are suffering from hunger. The data from the Global Hunger Index is alarming. This when there are only 6 years left to fulfill the SDGs. What kind of world are we living in, where we can fuel wars but cannot feed children? We have, Excellencies, we advocate for a structural reform of the Security Council, which has become obsolete, ineffective, and unrepresentative of today's realities. An international organization is only credible if it responds to current needs and does not remain bound to a mechanism created to address problems from almost 8 years ago. We support the expansion of the permanent members of the Security Council for greater geopolitical, cultural and economic representation and legitimacy. It is difficult to realize principles of transparency, accountability and trust while rich and developed countries continue to make decisions for poor and developing.
I thank the Prime Minister of the Democratic Republic of Timor-Leste